You might want to sit down for this one because once you see these photos of Lynda Carter, yes, the same Wonder Woman, you might not believe your eyes. And no, this is not clickbait. These are real photos. They are out there, and they have left people either shocked or totally confused. So why are people saying, "I cannot believe she actually did this"? Why are fans calling these images disturbing, weird, and even hard to unsee? Keep watching. We are going to show you what everyone is talking about, and trust me, the story behind these photos is way more surprising than the photos themselves. Before we show you the photos, let us talk about who Lynda Carter is, especially if you have only heard the name. Lynda Carter became super famous in the 1970s for playing Wonder Woman on television. She wore the famous red, blue, and gold costume. She stopped bad guys. She twirled around and changed clothes like magic. And people loved her. She was not just an actress, she became a symbol of power and confidence. But here is what a lot of people do not know. Before she ever became Wonder Woman, Lynda Carter was doing something very different. Something that would later come back to shock the world. Let us talk about those photos. Yes, there are topless photos of Lynda Carter. They exist. And people cannot stop talking about them. But here is the twist. These photos were taken before she became famous, when she was still trying to make it big. She was young, needed money, and, like many people starting out, she made a choice that would later haunt her. She posed without clothes for a photographer. She agreed to it at the time, but she never thought those pictures would be seen by millions of people. But they were. As soon as she got famous as Wonder Woman, those photos started popping up everywhere. Magazines. Tabloids. Even posters. And people were shocked. Not just because of the pictures, but because it was Wonder Woman. The superhero. The role model. The symbol of strength. Seeing her in that way, especially during a time when people were a lot more strict about stuff, made fans feel weird. Some said it ruined their image of her. Others said she was just a person trying to survive. What is the big deal? Now, here is where it gets real. Lynda Carter did not just ignore the photos. She actually talked about them. Publicly. And what she said surprised a lot of people. She said that she regretted it. She did not like those pictures being out there. She felt taken advantage of. She said, "I never gave permission for those photos to be published. I was young. I made a mistake. And I am not proud of it." Imagine that. Becoming a superhero to millions, and then having your past shown to the whole world in a way you never wanted. It hurt her. But she did not let it stop her. Instead of hiding, she kept going. She kept acting, singing, and showing up for fans. So what do people say about these photos now? Well, the internet has mixed feelings. Some people say things like, "It is her body, her choice." Why are people freaking out over something natural? She was young, give her a break. But others still say, "It changed how I see her. I cannot look at Wonder Woman the same way again. This just feels uncomfortable." Some even said they felt sick or grossed out, not because of the photo itself, but because of how it was used. It felt wrong. Like it was trying to embarrass her. So, it is not just about what is in the photo, it is about the story behind it. Now, let us ask the big question, why do these photos still matter? It is not because they are shocking. It is because they show how one moment in your past can follow you forever, especially when you are in the spotlight. Lynda Carter's story shows how choices, pressure, and the need to survive can lead to situations you regret later. But it also shows how a person can keep going, even when the whole world is judging them. That is something a lot of people, famous or not, can relate to. So, did the photos shock you? Did they make you feel awkward? Confused? Or maybe even a little sad? You are not alone. A lot of people had the same reaction. But maybe the real story here is not the photo. Maybe it is about what happens after. About how a person faces their past. How they stand up again. And how they move forward, even when millions are watching. Lynda Carter did that. And maybe that is the most powerful thing she ever did, even more powerful than spinning into Wonder Woman. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Now it is your turn. Tell us in the comments, what would you do if your past was shown to the whole world? Hit that like button if you learned something new. And if you want more shocking true stories like this, subscribe because we have got more coming. And remember, sometimes the past says more about the world we lived in than the person we were. Stay curious, and we will see you next time.